time, make sure it's on. Get everybody in here. I'm also going to take a chance that maybe this time it'll let me have a chat. So I'm going to go try to go into the live with you guys, and maybe, you know, I just wish this wasn't so darn sensitive. Let's go to the lives. I see a couple people maybe here, maybe here. Oh my gosh. How's everybody doing? Yay, we're back. I'm still trying to get the iPad to respond to see if I can see your comments. I know you can hear me. Pretty sure everybody can hear me. I'm just waiting to see if it's going to let me talk to you this time around. Almost. We're almost there. Is it going to offer chat this time around? Top chat, live chat. No. It will not let me talk to you, and it will not let me see your chat. I am so sorry, guys. Don't you just love modern technology? Yeah, it's all good for you guys, other than I'm in the blind. It's just not letting me do my thing here. That's okay. At least we're up, we're running, and we can continue. So the last one, okay, somebody just asked a question about deep bass. Please ask that again, because I cannot see your question. Remember, the chat is not working, hun. So the last color I was mixing, we've got some interference blue, we've got some sparkle blue, and one drop of the vibrant aqua. It's just really different than that other turquoise. I kind of want a little extra turquoise in there, okay? And then I want to do something with the chameleons. I'm still trying to figure out how to get them to work with us. They're not exactly a regular paint base. They're a glaze base. And so they're not all going to react the same. You just can't drop them in. Now, in the one that I actually mixed them in, they seemed okay. Where I mixed some of our clear base in, I wish I could see. Okay, deep base is the paint base used. Okay, so deep base is that clear base they sell at the hardware stores that you mix with your paint, add varnish, and then it reacts to the cell activators. That's what deep base is. They told us a couple years ago we would be experiencing a shortage, and it's happening now. I mean, there's people going out trying to buy it and they can't. So we're discontinuing making anything with deep base right now until it comes back to production. And it's a COVID thing. You know, those materials are mined and overseas and brought in on a boat. And when you have a 2-year delay, it's going to happen. All right, so just so I know how much I'm using, I know it's going to seem counterintuitive to put the chameleon in this little spoon, but I want to measure out equal portions and see what happens, because I got a really crazy effect in that last Dutch pour, but I want to know if I can duplicate it and what happens. So I am pouring out. It's going to seem like a lot. Remember, I got a whole big Dutch pour I'm doing. So there is 1 teaspoon of the Dragon Tears. Pour it out. Gosh, that's pretty. Oh my God, that color is so beautiful. And I'm going to simply mix it with an equal amount of the paint base. Now, for the time we're blowing it in, you're going to go, where did it go? It's going to look white. that's okay, because we already know what's going to happen when this stuff dries. We already seen the other blow we did on Saturday. It's crystal clear and the colors are lovely, absolutely stunning. Okay, I think we're done with this stuff. Get it out of my way. And this is going to be my experimental weird chameleon mix. Not going to look like much until it's dry. Feels a little bit thick, almost like I could add more of that paint base. Okay, so let's get started. We're going to clear off our area, get our jars closed up. Got to be as tidy as possible, because boy, when I start making a mess, I'm like a whirlwind in those. Some are milky during the mixing and dry better, but I'm finding that some of the ones are not as clear as this mix. This new mix really shocked me. And what I'm going to do is, when I get off the camera, so the paint base is different from other paints. Yeah, I'm going to actually do test sticks on these. I mean, I'm going to show you how I did one of. I'll do one of them, and I'm do them all. So tomorrow we can see what these dry like, because when I saw what this looked like dried on wood, I about fell off my chair. I called some girls on the messenger and said, you got to see what this looks like. So I'm just going to make sure that the wood is nicely stained. So they're basically samples for me, so I can see how beautiful it is when it dries. Now, I'm going to do them all that way, but I'm not going to do it for you in camera. I'm not going to bore anybody on that. Let's get my little tray out of the way. Okay, so we got a canvas here. I believe this is, could be an 18 by 20. Might be a 16 by 20. Okay, so this is the big thing we're going to now have fun with. Let's get this camera up and over so you can see it. Now I'm going to split some color in the middle on the base. I'm not using deep base. Who just said I'm using deep base? I'm using the GAC 800 and the gel medium, Mandy, because deep base is being discontinued. Deep base and vivid enamel and all that stuff, it's being discontinued. It's going to be really hard to get. So I'm just kind of making my own paint base. All right, this time I made 2 custom colors. This is Amsterdam Titanium White and mixed with, boy, I really wish I had this taped. I think I should probably tape it off, but yeah, deep base is the clear carrier they use in the blooms. It's a clear paint base. When you go to the hardware store and you want them to make up a batch of dark base, that's deep base that they're giving you, right? So I'm going to try to only contain this to half the canvas. I don't know how well I'm going to get it evenly prepped without using tape, but I'm going to try my best. So basically I'm doing a flood coat with this lilac color that I made. It's Amsterdam Titanium White and 2 ounces of Amsterdam Titanium White, 2 ounces of GAC 800, 2 ounces of Australian Floetrol in the base, and 12 drops of the Fiji Violet. I made a really, really pretty orchid color. Really happy with this color. I've been excited to do this for the last couple of days. Now I'm nervous. I saw somebody who was teaching beginning blooms, and this is one way he suggested to do it. So we're going to try what a beginner would do, right? So I'm splitting my canvas in half. Half lavender for this orchid color, beautiful orchid color. And half black. Gonna get this all spread out. I did go through all my blow dryers and try to find the one that absolutely had a cool setting. Some say cool, but the heat still comes out warm. So when you're doing your guns or your blow dryers, make sure to test them that they really are going to give you cool air. Because it was kind of distressing to not have, boy, I have the wrong palette knife to spread this thing. Come on, guys. Work with me, paint. I really don't want to get the violet into the black, at least not at this point. Kind of made the mistake of putting all the black up at the top where the purple was, instead of starting at the bottom and dragging it up. Now, one thing I can say about the deep base, it dries much quicker. That's why the Prism Pour dries so fast. Prism Pour is a deep base paint. That's the paint base that is used to make the Prism Pour. Just as deep base is what is used to do blooms. Okay, so we got these off a table. Get this out of the way so I don't make a mess. And let's try it. So the guy that was teaching this whole Dutch pour technique, he suggested we do an S shape, okay? Meaning it starts up straight, grows across, and goes up straight to the other side. So bear with me while we figure out what's going to go on the bottom and the top. My colors here. So baby, you're the bottom, you're the top. However that song goes. God, that's really pretty color. All right, so what do I want to go against those colors? Well, I do have two warm tones. So I'm going to start with the, gosh, I hope this works. And I think the canvas is a little bit big. We're going to do our best to move around it. So basically heated it like this. Oh my God, I'm not going to be able to do that with you guys right there in my face. This is when we need to use an overhead camera. And that will be coming soon as I move. So that's all I got left of the fennel flower for this one. Okay. I'll start a little bit more careful at the top here. Let's get some jasmine going. And then the dragon scales. I'm going to put some of this interference gold here. You know how I like to sandwich some of the blinging in there. I know you're not going to be able to see the whole thing till I blow it, but I've got to be able to get access to the board so I can move it around. And the phone was just like right in my face. Okay, so what's another color we haven't used? Ooh, ooh, ooh. We haven't put our, wow, I am in love with this Noble Queen. That is so pretty mixed like this. I can't believe how gorgeous that color is. And here is our lighter aqua. Oh, I forgot the marigold, didn't I? Let's get a little bit more warm in here with some of that marigold. And then last but not least, and there's not much of it, I want to put it in one spot where we know where we're looking at it. So I'm going to try to mostly go in the middle here and then up just this one side. Remember, this is the side that has the chameleon. So we want to see what it's going to dry like tomorrow. And it still looks like I got more jasmine. You add a little more pink to the top of this. All right, let's get all the paint out of the way again, or I'm going to knock this over with my blow dryer. There is some more interference here, especially down here near that black. That'll blow out really pretty near that black, right? Thinking about what's going to go here real pretty. Get all my spoons out of the way. Get my color out of the way. Okay. Suddenly you love pink and magenta tones, what you didn't before, hon? Bye, Casey. Have a good one, honey. All right, let's get this blow dryer now. Yeah, Harley, answer the phone. That's what John would be saying if he was here. Give me 1 second, folks. I just had the blow dryer up here on top. Here we go. Okay, so like I said, this one actually has a setting that says low and then cool right there. And it actually blows the cold air. Okay, so what we're missing, cell activator. See, I will cheat a little bit, and I'm going to throw some white cell activator out there. I don't know if you really call it cheating. I think we should use every possible tool out there. So I'm going to add some white cell activator to blow into this. This is 5 parts Australian Floetrol. And 1 part Amsterdam titanium white. Okay. Holy moly. That was a lot thinner than last time. Look at that. That's crazy. I didn't expect it to blow that hard. I kind of don't want to mess with this thing. There's areas where it's looking like I used too many colors, like up here, right? But this, boy, I wish I could get a close-up of that. That right there is gorgeous. And remember, I put the chameleon up this side. So we're going to see what it does when it comes down. I'm really happy with that, and we're definitely getting plenty of bloomy. I'm going to sit it this way so you can see the whole thing. Wow. Well, that's our big trip for today, folks. I think it's going to dry the same. Why we're doing this is this dried so darn gorgeous, right? I mean, really, really gorgeous. So it's on tile, though. This is 10 by 14 tile. And well, Terry, this is primary elements varnish mixed with a special paint base, a heaping tablespoon of heavy gel medium, and GAC 800, and it's simulating what deep base does on your bloom. So here, let me get the camera down. Sorry you came in a little bit late, Terry. This is video number 2 of today's video. We had the same thing happen that happened a few weeks ago, or all of a sudden the video, it went black and no one could see anything. So we had to start a second video, part 2. Okay, so the recipe is 1 heaping tablespoon. It was Nova Extra Heavy Super Gel, big heaping spoon. And then I measured 7 ounces of the GAC 800. I did the Dutch pour on Saturday, and it dried exactly as it is. Yeah, the art auction's going to happen when I can actually get photos done. I'm hoping I can do it tomorrow, honey. It's just no one here to help me to get photos done and then figure out how we're going to sort, organize, and label them. It could be Sunday, like a special edition on Sunday to do the art auction, because we definitely need to do it. And I'm so glad that you asked. Anyway, so Terry, that was my experiment, and it dried so beautifully. I know that Kathleen McGee and a couple other people are already experimenting just using less 800, so it's a little bit thicker, and their blooms and their swipes would work beautifully. And then we're not stuck having to use deep base to do the bloom or that bloom swipe. So that's kind of it's for today. The primary element sets, the photos are going to go up here in the next couple of days without the free bottle of the Vivid Enamel with them. Will I also post the, where would you like me to post it? Trying to figure out, I mean, I guess I could put it on the front page. I could put it in the section where how to do a bloom or a swipe. I don't think we may have a section on that. Yeah, I know everything's been so driven with using Vivid Enamel Deep Base. Since 2014, we've been bottling and reselling Deep Base under the name Vivid Enamel. And then when the class launched, we bottled our polypore so beginners would have some kind of start off point and not have to worry about it. It was Tammy Anderson and inspired me actually to make that polypore when she said, "You will not believe how many hundreds or thousands of dollars I spent on varnish until I find the right one." And I said, well, if we do our primary element sets and the beginner gets an 8-ounce bottle of their deep base mixed with varnish already, and then a little bottle of straight enamel for ones that already have their varnish, we kill 2 birds with 1 stone and make everybody happy. But now with the deep base shortage, just be aware it's going to get harder and harder to get. So this weekend, I'm going to try to do a little $5 off on the primary element sets that no longer have the Vivid Enamel. And we will be deducting $15 off the big sets because there was a charge built in onto those because those big sets came with a big 32-ounce bottle, that it's all being reduced. Whatever we have left is whatever we have left. I know Renee needs me to get a hold of her because her code's not working, and John too. I know there's 2 people still so far. I've got about 75% of you guys done, set at, it's called Store Credit, but it'll be up and running soon. Anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed today's play day. I'll see you tomorrow at Saturday at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. In the meantime, play with color. Please be good to yourself, you guys. Hugs and kisses. Bye, everybody.